Hey, once again, when I give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, Ba'ashem Kakodash, say double honors to the elders of Great Medicine that will well, and salutation to the brothers that pushing with all truth and sincerity. This is the Bafam Trinidad East Camp, alongside.
Yeah, Bayan.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah, already got two brothers here from Trinidad East Camp here, right? So, yeah, you know, we have to do our video here. Right? First precept, 1 Peter 4, right? Verse 1.
There is before.
After. Mm-hmm. Can read it for me? Can read it for me? Anyone you want to? Huh?
I'll read it. 1 Peter 4,
Yeah.
for verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
For as much then as Mashiach had suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind. For he that had suffered the flesh had ceased from sin.
Right? So you say, Holy Lord, Mashiach, you know, suffered in the flesh now, right? For us in the flesh. Right? Arm yourselves likewise in the same mind. Right? For he that suffered in the flesh had ceased means to stop from sin. You understand? And here we say he suffered in the flesh, and for us in the flesh. Now it was like that twofold, because according to us promises Solomon, you die by the stripes of men, right? So he get the stripes, he suffered, but not also that. But how you bring your body under subjection? Yahushua fasted now 40 days and 40 nights also. You understand? So like yeah, okay. Right, man, let's take all this. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Right? You know? He fasted 40 days and 40 nights. Right? And I just suffer in the flesh also. Okay, bring your body under subjection. You understand? Yes, yeah. Bringing our body into, you know, dread constriction here. You understand? You're constricting our body. You understand? You're weakening that flesh. You understand? So you really suffered. Okay, you know, fasting. That fasting does be tough. It does be a little hard. You understand? It's discipline. Right? And 40 days. You understand? That is real discipline. So you say, you know, arm yourself likewise. Right? Our precept in search up yeah, man. Yeah. Search. Type in greater love. Yeah. I say arm yourself likewise. I type in greater love in the search. Yeah. Alright, so you say, you know, arm yourself likewise now, boy. With that same mind to suffer in that flesh. You understand? Telling you something there.
Yeah,
this is battle.
15, verse 13.
What you say?
This is John 15, verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
Yeah. You understand? That is it? On that?
Ye are my friends, if ye do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you that ye should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain.
That is it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So he's saying greater love had no man than life, my man long life with friends. You understand? And we know is the Lord friend. Can you tell we? And in the scriptures we actually reading, and we know what will come upon us. You understand? He didn't hide it. We know what will come upon us, what the scriptures say. You understand? So, hey, that we tell arm yourself likewise. You mightn't see it now, no? But a day, you understand? We have to suffer in our flesh the same way. But you say, well, for he that had suffered in the flesh had ceased from sin. You understand? Stop from sin. And watch what Paul say. You understand? These two are contrary one to the other. The spirit and the flesh is battling constant. You understand? So what you say now? He suffered in the flesh. He that had suffered in the flesh stopped from sin. So how you suffer in the flesh? When the body can get to sin, is problems. Is that battle, is suffering, is problems. You understand? Show you that. He lock off these things, he stopped these things. So the body under pressure because the body was made to sin. You understand? You say verse 2 in Peter, right? I read it, right? Or you want to go ahead?
Go ahead now.
Yeah, 1 Peter 4:2. Go ahead now. Read it.
That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to do the will of Yahweh.
Right, but to the will of the Most High. So you say, he, right, no longer go live the rest of his life or this time in the flesh to the lust of man and become the carnal man now. You understand? 1 Corinthians 2:14. Right? I feel better again. Alright. Let's find that precept here. Matthew 4:4. Or Luke 4:4, anyone.
Matthew 4:4, but man shall not live by bread alone.
Yeah, can.
By every word.
Can. Yeah. Corinthians. Yeah.
This is Matthew 4 verse 4.
What is you? I thought you get Corinthians, boy. Go ahead. Alright, go ahead.
Live by bread alone.
Yeah.
But by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh.
Right. So here we only know. Right? He say for the time pass of our life. Right? We say that he is like 1 Peter 4:2. Right. That he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of the Most High. So he say, you know, a man ain't gonna live by bread alone. You understand? Right, because when you're living, you know, you're not really living, you're dead. And that flesh, when you live in that life in the flesh, you're already dead. You're not knowing. You understand? So, you know what? He said he won't live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of man. Because that's what the body does do. Love to lust. Right? But it be to whatever desire. Right? But he said, but to the will of the Most High. So he separated himself. He separated himself until Abasham Yoshai. Right? Verse 3, you see, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lasciviousness. Now lasciviousness we into lust too now, boy. Trade lust. What's it going to lust, boy? That's serious lust. I will check it up. Right? Lust, excess of wine. Now we say excess of wine, eh? Excess is plenty. Go overboard. Revelings. When I check about reveling, going to revile, going to, well, it's a revile and it's a revel.
Reveling is like celebrating.
Celebrate and party and all them things too, like, you know, that thing together. You know, all that kind of orgy, all them shit. And then going party and dance and thing together and boy, reveling. Right? You say banquetings and abominable idolatries. But you say,
What's banqueting?
I ain't sure about that.
Some kind of feast, something.
Oh, check it up in the Strongs. Right? You see, for the time past of our life may suffice us to have wrought the will of the Gentiles. So, what was the will of the Gentiles? They do what they want, they're going against the commandments, they're not keeping the commandments. That was the will of the Gentiles. That's how you used to be known as a Gentile. That 1 Peter 4 verse 3. Right? That is not a Gentile. Right? There's a Israelite by blood. But according to the scriptures, the Lord, there's not an Israelite, they are Gentile. Because they're not living according to the word. You understand?
Once you live in according to the word, right?
Yeah.
There's a Gentile. Of course, because I mean, at the end of the day, you ain't keeping the commandments. Law, statutes, and commandments, and Gentiles is who? Gentiles is who? Not heathen.
Two for
Yeah, yeah.
You understand? So, yeah. Right now, verse 4. You say, when they think it strange that he run not with them to the same excess of riot, speaking evil of you. So when you know you standing for something, you saying, hey, nah, I not on that. Right? That you don't separate yourself from among them. Separate from among them. Come on, let's see if you can find a scripture for me. I don't know if it's Luke boy. Luke something to tell about the verse where you say or in Matthew, we talk about count it all joy when they cast out him as evil.
Look what?
Think I ain't sure, boy. Look 13, right? I ain't sure. Yeah, check it for me.
What it is?
Yeah?
I'll
You see, listen, I feel like it here. I'll tell you what it is. It's Luke. You see, count it all joy. Luke 6, 20, 22,
22.
yeah. Yeah.
This is Luke chapter 6.
That's right.
Chapter 6, verse 22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company.
Right, so the stress, they think it's changed now, boy. That you don't run to them with the same excess of rioting and so they said separate yourself from you. All of that's cause that because you know what you want to do, they don't want to do. They want to continue the wicked way. You understand? Go ahead.
Yeah. And shall reproach you,
Yeah.
and cast out your name as evil
Yeah.
for the Son of Man's sake.
Yeah. So you know what? Because I say we Lord, I have so many about some shy. The cast out him as evil. You understand? But for the Lord's sake, because you know what? You do not turn unto the Lord. You're separating yourself unto the Lord. You understand?
So simple thing. Just a simple thing.
like my cousin.
I can't ask that question on that video. Yeah, you want to remember. Right? Yeah. Right, yeah, so he say here, wherein they think it's strange that you run not with them to the same excess of rioting, speaking evil of you. So you know what I say, we started calling your kind of name and say, okay. But he used to be flicking, thing a long time. He play better than somebody now, he want to go nowhere again. They don't want you to change, you changing, damn, they don't want that. But they will notice when you're changing. You understand?
From the time you start to separate yourself from
Yeah.
them, you understand? You stop going like parang. You stop going like, well, oh, Christmas coming.
Something wrong with you.
Pork.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Something wrong with you now.
They find all fault. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong in doing. It's just being righteous.
Yeah, can.
You understand? As we the scriptures say in Matthew 4:4, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of Yahweh mouth. You understand?
Can. So yeah. You understand? So you trying to serve the Lord and obey his voice, but you know it's a problem to them. And them was the them hell. But the most I will. The most I will. Right? Now here you see verse 5. He say who shall give account to him that is ready to judge the quick and the dead, right? For this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead, that they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to Yahweh in the spirit. You understand? So yeah, get the 1 Corinthians 2:14.
Yeah, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 2.
Yeah.
So, verse 14. And I say, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of Yahweh,
Yeah.
for they are foolishness unto him,
Right? They can receive that.
What verse is that?
Like 14.
1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 4.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? For they have the foolishness unto him.
Yeah.
Neither can he with them. Sin.
Right. You understand? But he say here, for this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead. Because there are reason for that. Because end of the day, because they're not following the Lord, right?
Yeah.
Once a man, he say, well, Matthew 4:4, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word out of the Most High. So they're not living by the word.
Yeah.
So they're dead in spirit. You understand? So if that is the case then, right? He said the word should be preached unto them that are dead, you know. So when judgment come, hey, they have no excuse. You understand? That day, it said that they might be judged according to men in the flesh. Like same 1 Corinthians now. You understand? He that is spiritual, go down to 16. In the Corinthians. Read it away out there.
First Corinthians verse 2 verse 16. For who hath known the mind of the Lord?
1 Corinthians, Salakia 15. Salakia.
But he that is spiritually he that is spiritual judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man.
Right, so you tell here now, you know what? He is spiritual, but he's spiritual man go judge all. You understand? The spiritual man going to judge all things. Say, who shall give for this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead, that they might be judged according to men in the flesh. You understand? He's men in the flesh, but we live in according to Yahweh in spirit. We follow in the Lord. We're not doing our own will. We're not doing our own works, I should say.
Keeping the statutes and commandments.
Yeah, can.
The laws.
Can.
The laws. You know what I mean? So that we living by. You understand?
Yeah, can. So he said, but you know, we judge them in the flesh, physical, right? But we live in the Most High in the spirit. You understand? So, hey, like balance and all. Flesh and spirit. You understand? Living according to the Most High in spirit, you know. Right? You had that precept back? You had something?
You could pull on to the one.
Right. You say you're going down or on the base on that same thing you're talking about? Along that line?
Yeah, it is I'll could bring some.
Say that they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to the Most High in spirit. You understand? We always try to be best, to the best ability. You know, to please the Abba Hashem and Shai.
This year is
Colossians
1 verse 27. To whom God would make known what is the riches of the glory of this mystery among the Gentiles, which is Mashiach in you, the hope of glory. And 29, whereunto I also labor, striving according to his working, which worketh in me mightily.
Yeah, can. Yeah, whereunto I also labor, striving according to his working, which worketh in me mightily. You understand? So yeah, that is it. That is really it right there. You know? Because hey, we're trying to make yourself worthy of that calling. You understand? We show the Most High, we do what the Most High will and desires. Because we live according to the Most High in spirit. You understand? We're doing His will. Right? You say verse 7, 1 Peter 4:7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. The end close. Be aware. Not that super. You ain't drinking no alcohol or nothing like that, you know. But sober minded as in, hey, Yahweh, what happened? Yahweh are the signs. Yahweh are the pestilence. Yahweh are the freaking rumors of war going on. You're sober. Yahweh, what going on? You're watching now, boy. You know, you're focused. Right? You say, therefore be therefore sober and watch unto prayer. You understand? Also to be in that praying spirit too. Right? You say, and watch unto prayer. Watch unto prayer. Alright. I'll check that out. Watch unto prayer. Oh, probably what you're seeing go be here. Pray now, boy. Watch unto prayer. Right? could be wrong, I feel that, But in saying that, that making sense. And watch unto pray. Instead of watch, you're praying to now, but you're supposed to pray to. You see, verse 8, and above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves. You understand? For charity shall cover the multitude of sins. And you showing that mercy and that compassion, right? You cover a multitude of sins now, boy. He said, use hospitality one to another without grudging. So, a man can stay by you and thing, without no tension or grudge, malice. You understand? Help out without grudging. Okay, show the Lord, but that the battle go have, because you know what the scripture say? One curses a man who have evil eye towards your own brother. So if you tell you, use hospitality one to another without grudging, show you that, hey, we go grudge. These men nowadays become men who grudge. You understand? He says, verse 10, as every man had received a gift, even so minister the same one to another. Hey, gate is give it. You understand? Oh, Matthew 10 to 10, or 2 to 10. What it is, boy? You say, freely as he received, freely give. Matthew, boy, Matthew 9, 10 to 9, show, He say, as every man had received a gift, even so minister the same one to another, for good stewards of the manifold grace of the Most High, Yahweh. As good stewards of the manifold grace, so a good workman, boy, are the grace. You understand? Good workman, loyal, faithful,
You did bring him at the first Peter 4 verse 1 already.
What is that?
There is force. For as much then as Christ had suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise.
I do the whole thing.
Alright,
Yeah. Alright, so you say, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of Yahweh. If any man minister, let him do it as the ability which Yahweh giveth. That Yahweh in all things will be glorified, and that the purpose is to glorify Yahweh Hashem and shine not to be. You understand that Yahweh in all things will be glorified through Yahweh Hashem Mashiach. To whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. Amen. You understand? So, hey, you know what? This is how we going through. And it's to glorify Yahweh Hashem and shine. And myself likewise. But to glorify Lord. And when I get, I think it's Hebrews 6:10, boy. Or 10 verse 6. Get off my yak. I think it's 10:6, yes. Hebrews. What tell you? 6:10. Yeah, you can. Bring it out,
Yeah, this is Hebrews 6 verse 10. For God is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have shewed towards his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister.
Can. So you know what? Hey, you minister to the saints. You understand? You must not forget that. I tell you, I myself likewise now, but yeah, you'll go through it, But you know what? Yeah, you'll get a reward. You understand? So when you do it willingly, you do it, you're joyful when you're doing it. That's doing it, that's going to preach on. That's what Paul was saying, I think it's in Corinthians, you see. If you preach just of if you preach of a doubt, or it's like a burden, be careful of the danger. Roughly paraphrasing now, boy. Because once if I can get that, if I preach just word, or not like it was a burden to you. 9, boy.
Like when you go out and do the works and thinking hard to go out.
Yeah. 1 Corinthians 9:17, he says, for if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me. Dispensation like a scattering. You understand? You get punished for that. You can say, what is my reward then? You understand? Verily that when I preach the gospel, I may make the gospel of Mashiach without charge. That I abuse not my power in the gospel. And that will happen. It's about the power. You can't just try to say, well, hey, you're using a celebrity to take advantage. But you say, if you do it willingly, you have a reward. So it's not like that's doing for something. You're sincerely fine, This place, that's why people to know. That, hey, this is not the way, boy. This is not the way, all here. You want them to know, hey, all they believe in a lie. Because I love, you understand? You want them to know, you go mess with you. Right?
Especially your own.
Yeah, especially your own. Well, boy, next one, yes? So you know what? We want to give our praises to Yahweh Hashem Yoshai, Hashem Kakadash. So double honor to the others that get mentioned not read well.
And sanitation to all the Akiyams that pushing the word and truth and sincerity.
Right?
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.